If you are a beginner trader and fed up of losing money because you're not sure how and when to enter a trade, watch me do a live setup right now. Let's get into it. The first thing you must do before you go into any trade is decide which direction you're going to trade. Is it preferable to go bullish, take a long, or bearish, take a short? And the first thing you do, therefore, is understand the broader market health context. I have a signal for that, luckily, so I don't have to figure it out by myself. Currently says that the health is 47% neutral choppy. Now, this is very localized. This is for day traders, so the long-term health might be different. Market trend by volume is definitely bearish. What this tells you is within PulseFlow, I have three types of coins: high, mid, low, but split up by volume, how much volume they trade in an average day on Binance. So the high volume ones, 87% of them are in a downtrend. Mid-tier, 77, and low volume tiers, the bulk of the alts, actually 95% in a downtrend. This can be confirmed actually if you go to others, or total 3. This is the alt market minus the top 10 for others. Total 3 is just minus Ethereum and BTC. But look how much the alt market has dropped since October 25. 45%. So there's no doubt that this market is in a downtrend, and PulseFlow confirms that. The other one that is very, very telling is market momentum analysis. This uses 2,500 candles per trading pair, and I have 27 now, it says, trading pairs. And as you can see, it says it's bearish. Total bearish, 339 pairs. Bullish, only 21. This takes forever to move into bearish. So even the market dynamics are saying bearish. So we should pick a bearish trade. Before I do that, let's go have a quick look at BTC to get that confirmed. I've talked about this many times, right? It broke down through all these different order blocks, and if it breaks down, it's going down to the next one, and it bounced off this one, and I said if it breaks down, it's going below 60,000. And it's not doing well, is it? But tell me if you can see something else. Now, I don't use these all the time, but that is what you would call a classic bear flag, right? And currently it is breaking down beneath it. So the market is not good. Before I show you the fresh trade I've chosen for this morning, I want to show you one that came in while I was sleeping, because it was a very good example of everything that I teach. Here was the fair value gap with a break of structure on the 15-minute, and it came in around 3 a.m. my time while I was asleep, UTC +7. And at first glance, you're going, okay, something's holding this up here. What is it? If you move to the 4-hour, you can see, oh, right, there's a 4-hour fair value gap holding this up. That's one confluence. One confluence. Back to the 15 minutes. Now let's turn on our friend order blocks. Wow. 2 confluences to what's holding it up. So if I was going to trade this, I'd obviously do points of control, right? But I'm not going to do that just to waste time here. But if I was going to trade that, I would wait for another pullback into this, and I would get out, say, there, right? Just pull that down beneath that so you're protected, and just let it fly. Right, because you've got like 2 confluences there. I bet you in fact, let me just quickly do this. I'm going to speed this up while I do it though. I was absolutely right. I said, well, let's put on the point of control from yesterday. Boom, 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 boom. 3 confluences. So now I've got my entry beneath this point of control from yesterday, perfectly placed. Let's see what would have happened if I would have traded this setup. Oh, that is a really quick, great example of how I kind of set up and how institutional money flow really does work. Let's get on to our live one for today. I've chosen QNT bearish. Came in 40 minutes ago. 3% stop loss. Low volume tier, so we know it's in downtrend. Says so here. Accelerating unbalanced. So it's neither fully bearish nor fully bullish. It was manipulated yesterday by New York. It's now accumulating in the open Asian market. That's for AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I do cover that in another video, so you can go watch that. Let's get to the chart. Okay, going to do that speed up, set up, the usual suspects, come back to you. Put on points of control, that's all at the moment. Next step, let's have a quick look to see what order blocks give us. Okay. This is on the 15-minute chart. You can see that this bearish order block here has been attempted and rejected. Point of control from yesterday is beneath us. That's a good thing. We've got points of control here inside a bullish order block, so that could be a price magnet. We have points of control beneath. I'm just going to double check the 1 hour and 4 hour. We're in a bearish order block on the 1 hour. We have a mitigated bearish order block, so a bullish breaker block. So if it was to break through here and then come back down, there's a good chance it will be supported. Higher the time frame, the stronger the signal. But let's go back. This is what I would do. You can just see there the bearish fair value gap with the break of structure, right? And what it's already done is come back into it and is now kind of heading down. And this is what happens sometimes, right? When I plan a video and get into a video, that the signal I've chosen sometimes moves, because PulseFlow tends to call it absolutely bang on. However, I am going to assume we've got different profit targets, right? We've got the kind of 2.5% there at the POCY, then we've got 3.5% down there, and then we've got nearly 5% there. I just want to check for something above here. Okay, I did find another point of control up in our buy zone. So I'm just going to double check that I've placed my stop loss correctly. Hourly chart, we're above a liquidity sweep of that one. 4 hour well above a liquidity sweep of that one. So that would be my play. And as usual, if we miss it, then we miss it. Just put on my entry and my stop loss. And the reason I do that, and you'll see in a minute, is because as it starts going into profit, I move my stop loss down and bring it into a profit, and then I have it trailing in the exchange coming down. So I move it so I can visually see when I'm about to be stopped out. So that's the setup. If it doesn't come back up, it looks like it's bounced back down from the bearish fair value gap. But I want it to come up. I'm not too sure. So that's the play I'm going to do. Now, if you remember, not yesterday, but the day before, I took a live signal in bananas and I told you yesterday it hadn't finished. This is what happened. There you have it. I was waiting for it to break through here. I moved my stop loss to very tight, just beneath that bearish fair value gap. And I said, let's let it play out. Later in the day, it got much later. I thought, no, it started to drop. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to raise my stop to about here. And if it comes down and goes against me, I'll be out at around break even. And that's exactly what happened. Sometimes you've got to say, okay, this trade is over. There are other things I should be concentrating on, other trades I could be doing setups for, things I can trade. So that was a bit of a wash, a few hours of wasted time, but you cannot win them all, folks. You cannot win every trade. Nobody does 100% win rate. Nobody. Okay, so we will come back tomorrow to see if QNT does come back up into now our buy zone, or whether we were a bit late and we should have really taken it as it came back up into that fair value gap and had our entry about here, which may have been sensible. We'll see. We'll see. Please watch one of my other videos down here. I will be back tomorrow with the finished version of QNT. And also, will you please subscribe, like, and share? Have a great day. Bye-bye.